wherefore are not in thy shop today? Why dost thou lead these men about the streets?
Truly, sir, to wear out their shoes, to get myself into more work. But indeed, sir, we make holiday, to see Caesar and rejoice his triumph.
Wherefore rejoice? What conquest brings he home? What tributaries follow him to Rome? To grace in captive bonds his chariot wheels? You blocks, you stones, you're worse than senseless things. Oh, you hard hearts, you cruel men of Rome! Knew you not Pompey? Many a time and oft have you climbed up to walls and battlements, to towers and windows, to chimney tops. Your infants in your arms, and there have sat the livelong day with patient expectation, to see great Pompey pass the streets of Rome. And when you saw his chariot but appear, have you not made a universal shout, that Tiber trembled underneath her banks to hear the replication of your sound? Made in her concave sword, and do you now put on your best attire, and do you now call out a holiday, and do you now strew flowers in his way, that comes in triumph over Pompey's blood? Be gone.
No personal cause to spurn at him, but for the general he would be crowned. How this might change his nature, there's the question. It is a bright day that brings forth the adder, and that craves wary walking. Crown him, that, and then I grant we put a string in him. At his will, he may do danger. Abuse of greatness is, when it disjoins, remorse from power, and, to speak the truth of Caesar, I have not known when his affection swayed more than his reason, but 'tis a common proof that lowliness is young ambition's ladder, whereto the climber upward turns his face. But when he once attains the utmost round, he then onto ladder turns his back, looks in the clouds, scoring the base degrees by which he did ascend. So Caesar may, then, lest he may prevent, and sense the quarrel, will bear no color for the thing he is. Fashion it is thus, that what he is, augmented, would run to these extremities, and therefore think him a serpent's egg, which hatched would, as his kind, grow mischievous, and kill him in the shell.
Shall no man else be touched but only Caesar?
Decius well urged, I think it is not meet. Mark Antony so well beloved of Caesar should outlive Caesar. We shall find of him a shrewd contriver, and you know his means. If he improve them, then may't well stretch so far as to annoy us all, which to prevent, let Antony and Caesar fall together.
Our course will seem too bloody, Caius Cassius, to cut the head off and then hack the limbs, like wrath and death and envy afterwards, for Antony is but a limb of Caesar. Let us be sacrificers, but not butchers. Caius, we will stand up against the spirit of Caesar, and in the spirit of men there is no blood. Oh, that we then could come by Caesar's spirit, and not dismember Caesar. But alas, Caesar must be bled for it. And gentle friends, let's kill him boldly, but not wrathfully. Let's carve him as a dish fit for the gods. Not hew him as a carcass fit for hounds, and let our hearts, as settled masters do, stir up their servants to an act of rage, and after seem to chide them, this shall make our purpose necessary and not envious, which so appearing to the common eyes, we shall be called perjurers, not murderers. And for Mark Antony, think of him, for he can do nothing more than Caesar's arm when Caesar's head is off.
I could be well moved, if I were as you. If I could pray to move, prayers would move me. But I am constant as a northern star, of whose true fixed and resting qualities there is no fellow in the firmament. The skies are painted with unnumbered sparks, and all are fire, and every one doth shine. But there's but one, and all doth and hold his place. So in the world 'tis furnished with men, and men are flesh and blood and apprehensive. Yet in the numbers I do not but one, the unsaleable, holds on his rank, unshaked of motion, and that I am he. Let me a little show it, even in this, that I am constant Cimber, should be banished, and constant of remain to keep him so.
O Caesar, hence wilt thou lift up Olympus?
Speak hands for me! Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is often tarred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar.